Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Quinton here, and welcome back to tutorial number 4. And in this tutorial, I'm going to speak to you guys a little bit more about echoing text out to the browser. So in the previous video, we left off having learned all about the escape character and how we can use the escape character to escape uh, quotation marks that would otherwise give us an error. Okay, but there's a little bit more to it than that, because not only can we print out normal text or plain text like this, we can also print out HTML tags as well. So let's say I wanted to print out the words welcome to PHP, but I wanted those words to be a header. I could go ahead and put in an h1 tag and an ending h1 tag and type welcome to PHP in here, and when I go ahead and save this and go back to Firefox and click refresh, you can see I've got welcome to PHP displayed as a header. So it didn't print out the actual smaller than and greater than sign with the h1 in the middle or anything. It actually read that or interpreted that as HTML and printed that out as HTML as well. Okay, so that's one cool thing about PHP, is that we've got the ability to print out HTML elements as well. Okay, and using our escape character, we could also go ahead and give this heading an ID. So we could use single quotation marks, or we could use the double ones again, and just escape them to give this heading an ID. So let's say we set the ID equal to something like heading, then that would work just fine as well. Okay, so if we actually had like some CSS to control that ID, it would change as well, but we don't actually have anything like that at the moment. Okay, and the next thing I wanted to speak to you guys about is called string concatenation, and that is whenever you take two or more different strings or sentences and you join them together. So let's go ahead and just make two different sentences over here. So I'll just say, hi, my name is Quinton. Quinton. Couldn't even spell my own name right. That's embarrassing. Okay. So hi, my name is Quinton. And then the next one can say, I am 21 years old. Okay. So if we try and run this just as it is in Firefox right now, we're going to get a bit of an error. Okay, so let's go ahead and refresh, and as you can see, unexpected, I am 21 years old. Okay, that's because we ended our string, and again, PHP didn't know what this was. Okay, so we actually have to join these two different strings together somehow, and that's where this little full stop, or if you guys might call it the dot separator or a period symbol, okay, that's where that comes in handy. Okay, because it joins this sentence or this string to that string. So if we go ahead and save this, and now we refresh this in Firefox, you can see I've got, hi, my name is Quinton, I am 21 years old. So they have joined together. If you guys want it to look a little bit tidier and have a space, then you just need to include that space in your string. So if we go back to Firefox now, you can see we've got the space there. Okay. And another way to actually print out two completely different strings is if instead of using the full stop, you could use the comma. So it does the exact same thing, really. If we go back here and click refresh, you can see nothing changes, and that's because this comma was joining the two strings exactly the same as the full stop was. Okay, so it was just printing out one section and then the next section. Now, whenever you want to print out more than one line, okay, you could have also done it like this. Okay, so we could have had echo and then echo again. Okay, but whenever we have more than one statement, because this thing in PHP would be one statement, and this would be another new statement. Okay, so whenever we're going to print out or use more than one statement in PHP, we have to use a semicolon just to end off our statements. Okay, so that's something I didn't tell you guys in the last tutorial, which I knew I had to work it into this tutorial somehow. And that basically just tells PHP, okay, this is the end of this statement. Okay, so this semicolon is the end of this statement, and this semicolon is the end of this statement. It's the same thing as using a full stop in English at the end of a sentence. In programming or in PHP, we just use a semicolon at the end of a statement just to tell the computer, okay, that is the end of the statement. So just remember, if you ever want to have more than one statement in between the PHP tags, you have to use a semicolon. If you're only going to have one statement, then a semicolon isn't necessary. But if you're going to have two, then you have to have a semicolon. Otherwise, you'll get an error. Okay? And the last thing I should probably mention is that I've been teaching you guys how to print stuff out on the screen using the word echo. Okay? But if you guys want to use the word print, that works exactly the same. It does pretty much exactly the same thing as echo, except it's one character longer, so it's longer to type. So I guess it saves you time when you're coding to type echo instead of print. Okay, and the other thing is most people always type echo anyways. They don't type print. So if we go ahead and just change that back, I'll be using echo in this series, but if you guys want to use print, then that's up to you. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Please feel free to leave a comment, like, or share the video. It's really gonna help my channel grow.